obviously it was a really exciting game.
Yep.
I woke up to 78 messages from these two because I hadn't watched last night because I was ill. So then I read the first 3 messages and they were so exciting that I was like, okay, I'm going to watch the whole game before we record.
Yep.
And it was great. It was really fun.
It was so
I
great.
stayed up so late.
I think overall there has been like loads of reports about how disappointing the sort of attendances were, the organisation was. Kerolin and Marta have both spoken out on social media during the competition because they were being asked to warm up in the changing rooms.
Did you see how small the little box room they were
insane.
in? Yeah.
Because they didn't have enough pitches, so they were trying to preserve the pitch, so they weren't letting them warm up on the pitch. But I think the fact that it was happening at the same time as the Euros and WAFCON, where like everything was better essentially, really sort of throws into under the limelight kind of how terrible the situation was.
100%.
Because it was, I just think it's mad that we've watched every single minute of the Euros that there is possible, and we would have done the same for both WAFCON and the Copa America, and yet you just couldn't find any of it. And it's such a shame of like, there's such a high profile moment for women's football, for women's sport in general, and to not be able to access. I mean, the BBC put on, I didn't even realise because they did it with no fanfare, no announcement. They put on the WAFCON final on like a random bit of iPlayer.
I know, I didn't realise till it was about halfway through the game.
Yeah, and it's like, if you'd have announced that, you would have had people watching, because we would have liked to see Nigeria prove us so entirely, completely wrong.
Totally. But I think also, especially with Copa America, like Brazil are hosting the 2027 World Cup. Like, you know, you would have thought that federation might have been kind of looking forward to that and trying to kind of almost do a practice run or something. Like, I don't know, it just seems having players like Kerolin and Marta speaking out about it during competition is really not an ideal situation.
No.
Yeah, it kind of gives the impression that like they don't really think of the Copa America as having international eyes on it.
Yeah.
So they neglect it. They're not providing facilities, they're not providing coverage.
It's massively backfired.
Whereas with the World Cup, obviously there will be that, but how different is it going to be? It's just going to be this massive international presence.
Yeah, and I think maybe sort of a few iterations of the tournament ago, where a lot of the players, you know, there were obviously players playing in the NWSL, players playing in Europe, but maybe a lot of the players weren't in professional leagues. But now players know the standards they should be getting, especially for an international tournament. So yeah, it was a real shame, but
it's a bit of a dampener on the whole thing, I think.
Yeah, but the final attendance was really good, to be honest. If you think about it being in Ecuador, Colombian fans, Brazilian fans out in full force.
God, it was
it's
loud
just
as well.
like, okay, you made it work for the final, but where was this for the rest of the tournament?